Welcome back, guys, to another episode of D&D discussing the Walking Dead review. We will be reviewing episode 6 of season 6 called Always Accountable. And I'm joined with B Kiddo and the one and only BLACK-KAOS 7865.
What's up?
Say what's up, BLACK-KAOS.
What's up, BLACK-KAOS?
Alright, guys, so episode 6, Always Accountable. Looked like it was kind of focusing on Daryl. And you get to see what actually was happening once they went away from Rick and Alexandria. So the first thing we see is after they finish taking the zombies out 20 miles, they decide to turn around and start heading back to Alexandria. But surprise, surprise, they're attacked by some people. First of all, who do you think the people that are attacking them are? B Kiddo.
The wolves. I think it's the wolves.
You think the wolves are attacking them?
Yes, I don't think they're going to introduce a whole nother group of people into the storyline when they still haven't dealt with the wolves. I think it's the wolves because they had just come from Alexandria anyway.
Okay. BLACK-KAOS, do you want to give your opinion? Do you think it's the wolves or do you think it's somebody else?
I think it's the big bad wolf and he's about to blow some stuff down.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. I actually would say I don't think it's the wolves because I think it's someone else because, first of all, the wolves' reputation is being savages and all this stuff. Okay. I actually think it might be related to when the old lady in Alexandria said we exiled a guy. He was really, really smart. I think it might be him because Rick was saying, hey, when you don't exile anybody, you kill them. Because if you don't exile them, they'll come back. And I remember how they're saying that guy was really, really smart. They never really elaborate on him, but they said that. So I think it's him. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the wolves, but...
Do you think that maybe he might be the wolves? The leader of the wolves?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think Exile got the group together for the wolves. It could be.
I think
because if he was the guy, if he was wolves, and I want to say this, if he was wolves, he knows about Alexandria way more than anybody because he's been there. So when he went into Alexandria, I don't think they would have messed up. They would have attacked the right way, went and got the guns because he knows about it.
Well, they were eventually going to get the guns.
They never made it. No, it would have been the attack would have been smart. They focused on this guy that he is really, really smart. I don't think it's the wolves, but okay. Moving on.
I still think BLACK-KAOS is right. But,
okay. He said he could be the leader of the wolves, right?
Yeah,
that's what he said.
So.
Okay, understood. I think it's a totally different.
I think it's another group. I think the wolves are another group in another community, and I think we never knew after all this time that he may be the leader because it seemed like there's people up top and people at the bottom.
Okay. I would say this: when they saw Morgan, they did say we have a guy, and he's really, really smart. The wolves were telling Morgan he's really smart, so it could be, But I think this is another group. I don't think this is the wolves.
Okay.
And Sasha did also mention that hey, they were not looking for us. It looks like they were waiting for someone.
Yes.
So it's like maybe they're waiting for someone else, but Sasha and them showed up, so they thought they were them. They were gonna kill them. Whatever. Moving on to Abraham. As you see, Abraham is losing it. He had the Sasha disease. You know, he wants to just kill zombies. He wants to put his life on the line. What do you guys think about him losing it and possibly regaining it back in the episode and becoming whole again? What do you guys think about his whole episode with the zombie and the bazooka or the grenade launcher or whatever? What do you guys think about that and Abraham's status? BLACK-KAOS, sorry.
I think Abraham needs to release that sexual tension.
With Sasha.
He was used to getting it all the time. Now he's not getting it. So that sexual tension.
Rosita ain't doing it for him no more.
Because he been gone for 2 seconds.
He wants some sweeter juice. He wants the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Well, first of all, I don't think it was that Sasha disease. Sasha went crazy because she had lost that guy. There was a lot of things. There was a heartbreak.
Lost
there
her
was
brother.
A different thing.
Her brother and her love.
She lost her brother, and she had also lost the dude that she what's
Bob.
his name? Bob.
What about Bob?
So I think what's his name has just been out there a long time. I think it's just come to you finally get to a place where everything seems calm for 2 seconds and then it still breaks loose no matter what. It's not stopping.
If you notice though, when Sasha was losing it, when she had lost it, she's doing a lot of things similar that
I get that
Abraham
part. Yeah, but I'm saying for different reasons that they kind of lost it.
But I think Abraham is just at the point where he's like, you know what? When he ran out there to rescue the zombies, he ran out there hitting them and stuff, got back in the car, climbing on the fence to get the RPG. Is it all that serious?
Well, I think
It's like
Abraham
he
was
just
never
wants to
fully
die.
correct since his whole thing with the family from the last season that they showed.
So it looks like he actually gets his shit together though.
Mhm.
At the end, you know, when I think when they show him looking at the road,
Yes.
I think he's saying, "Hey, I'm leaving that crazy dude back." And
She was right.
back.
Well, he told her, "You're good at,
Okay.
getting people back."
What do you guys think about them hooking up?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Kind of unnecessary, but
Okay, you don't think it's unnecessary. What do you think, BLACK-KAOS?
I think she kind of set him straight. I think she helped him get his stuff together. She said, "You got some stuff to take care of. That crazy stuff in your mind."
I don't think that was directed at your mind. I think that was directed at you got to get rid of Rosita.
Why you keep calling her Rosita? I forget her name, but the Latin girl.
Because the way
That
he
was
said,
her.
I think he was saying you got to get rid of that relationship.
She said, "Straighten yourself out. You can tap this."
She basically said, "Don't you have something else you got to take care of?"
Yes.
So I think he was referring to his girlfriend. But okay.
Nah, she saw him shaking that zombie on that fence, and she said, "You take care of that."
Hey, she didn't see that.
She didn't see that.
Okay. Moving on. Of course, they go into the three new characters, the two new girls, and the guy.
Yes.
And you find out that all this burning stuff, they had actually set that fire. What do you guys think about those guys? The new guys.
I think
well,
they're part of
the two new people, because the one girl, the diabetic, died.
Okay, I think they're part of the wolves. I think that's who they were looking for, because the guy said we keep what we earned, and this guy, I think, is the head, really smart, like they said. I mean, like if you look at this in the past season, you see all these things, and you see the wolves are coming, the wolves in there. You keep seeing these things from the last season. We're finally, I think, getting introduced to the wolves. And there is a ringleader, and there's somebody up top, and it looks like it may have come from Alexandria, like you said. We exile people. He was really smart. He's coming back to bite him. I think he's built up his crew.
Okay. I would say my opinion before BLACK-KAOS. I don't think these are wolves. These are people that they focus on the fact that they were taking care of us for safety, but they would make us do things to be safe. So I think this is an entire new group. I don't think that dude is good. But I think this is an entire new group. Those guys look a little bit more intelligent than the way they've been portraying the wolves. Hold on. They look more intelligent the way they've been portraying the wolves. And not once did they even mention anything about wolves and W's. So that will make me think that this is a different group of people. But that's all I'm going to say.
Well, I don't know if BLACK-KAOS would agree that I think that they were part of it. But if you notice that they said, you kind of proved my point. They were saying, like, it's basically you're doing things for protection. You heard somebody else that attacked Alexandria say we didn't have a choice. Basically, you see somebody up top and you made the point that they do it for protection. So I also think that they do it for safety. But if you notice, they were like, they didn't agree what the guy was doing. They didn't agree with it. So they tried to separate. It seems like they kept what they kept. What do you think, BLACK-KAOS?
Okay, BLACK-KAOS?
I think all these people are involved with the wolves. I think when you finally meet and see who it is that is the leader, and you have groups of different levels of people. You have people who go out and attack, who are crazy, and then you have civilized people like those people right there who are living in a small community or like that, and they're going to raise stuff and bringing stuff back. I think all those people are related. You have different levels because those people didn't have W's on their head.
You're saying it's the wolves.
I'm saying
this couple that was diabetic. They were with the
They're not the people that go out and attack. They're with that dude in that group, and like he has a community just like Alexandria, but he has people who go out and get crazy and attack too.
So you gotta say those two people were with the wolves.
Yes. Okay. Well, he said there's different tiers of people.
But he said it's all wolves.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're introducing a new group of people. I think they're introducing a new group of people.
I just think they can't. Okay. They can't
right now.
Last.
Yeah, they can't because most of the wolves did die.
But we don't know about the wolves.
Okay. Lastly, and also they don't use guns. What they showed, they don't use guns.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because people up top have them.
Lastly, the voice that is heard when they're going back and Daryl calls Rick. I'm going to go through and get you guys' opinion on who do you think that was saying help. BLACK-KAOS, go ahead first.
Glen.
You think it's Glen?
Yep.
Okay. B Kiddo.
Glen.
You think it's Glen?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's someone from Alexandria. I don't know who, but I don't think it's Glen. I'm still sticking to this. I think Glen is dead. The next time we see Glen, in my opinion, he will be a zombie or he will be dying.
Oh, I believe he's going to be a zombie. But here's why I'm saying you think it's Glen. Look at the way he said it. It sounded like somebody was suffering, like somebody was on their last leg. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and the only people we know that's on their last leg or possibly suffering is Glen.
Yes.
So, okay.
I think it's Glen.
I would say this. Why could it not be Rick when he was dealing with that camper? Why could it not be him saying help?
Because they were only 20 miles away. I mean, they were 20 miles away, and he was how far out? We don't even know how far Rick ran. I mean, way to run.
Rick drove that camper until it broke down.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and then he was running. So
then he was running, and he was in distress.
We literally don't know, but for some reason, I think that the way, you know how you always say that you hate how they separate everything and they do their stories? Mm-hmm. They all still come back together, and I think it's Glen, because eventually they're going to have to come back to Glen.
No, they're going to show Glen.
I think
he's going to be a zombie. But also remember this. I think it's something related to Rick. Either Rick is in Alexandria, somebody's doing it, but I don't think it's Glen. But I also know this. They showed nighttime in Alexandria. We never saw nighttime when Daryl and them was driving. So maybe what's happening to Daryl and them is before Rick gets back.
But don't forget,
to Alexandria.
They all been gone for a couple of days.
All we know is that Rick ran back. Mm-hmm. Rick got back to Alexandria. It turned nighttime. The next time they showed that episode, Daryl and them were just finishing up leaving the zombies.
But
I don't know how long 20 miles is.
Sasha and Abraham spent the night in that place. It was overnight. I'm saying stories combining, overlapping stories. It's always overlapping stories with them.
I don't remember him spending the night.
Remember, she said he was like, we'll sleep on it. And that's when he seemed to clear his head overnight.
But I don't remember him going to sleep. I remember him saying, I don't need to sleep. I don't want to sleep.
Remember, she didn't go to sleep because he kept pacing and she felt like she couldn't trust him. And basically, the decision was, let's rest this out. Let's wait for Daryl. Let's see what's going on. At least give it overnight. And he was like, basically like, okay. He agreed to her terms. So it was overnight. And then they showed
I don't remember seeing the night with them. But okay, if you're saying it was
they didn't show overnight, but you know they went to sleep and you knew it was the next day.
So you guys say it's Glen. Is Glen still alive?
I think Glen is going out.
So is he dying
Glen is going out.
Calls from zombie bites?
And you got to think about it. Think about it. It was a whisper because Glen is also surrounded by a bunch of So look at the way he said it. It was like, help. It was really
Is he under
quiet.
the garbage can?
Dude, if he made it under the garbage can.
Is he still up under the guy?
If he made it under the garbage can, and if he's still up under that guy, the way them zombies reach for stuff,
okay,
I'm like, whatever. But
well, all right. So we got 2 Glens and 1 person from Alexandria.
Yeah,
that's related to Rick's walkie-talkie. That's what I'm going with.
And you got 2 that believe it is the wolves all the way around.
All right. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Next episode will be Heads Up, and we will be discussing that. Thanks a lot.